Alright guys, we're going to do this one on the floor today. What I'm trying to accomplish is making a dust containment system. So I'm fortunate enough I got this large bucket, steel bucket, had nuts and bolts in it obviously. And I want to put 2 gallons of water in here. So this orange line is what 2 gallons of water holds in this thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach this squirrel fan to the lid, cut a hole in it for the steel exhaust, the aluminum exhaust line, and connect it to the exhaust catch for this grinder I got. I guess nothing to it but to start at it. What I did to start was I found the circumference and then I just cut that out because I'm going to transfer this to the bucket, and the bucket is round obviously. What I want to do is I want the air to come in and then I want it to turn down. So I'm going to cut this, I'm going to flap that back so that my water sits below this and it will catch most of the dust in this dust collector, I hope. And then find the seam. I don't want to be cutting on the seam. That would come in right about there. That looks about right. Mark this out. This way I know that this will fit. Simple tools, nothing extravagant I got. What I'll do is I'll change this out for a 3/8 fit. And start my pilot hole. This squirrel cage, I got at a used supply store, and I checked it, runs great, added the cord, and let me tell you, this thing will draw some air. I was surprised how much air this will draw. So, if I'm not worried about making this airtight, due to the fact that I want air to cavitate inside there, so I want extra air to draw in, and then see if I can draw a pie shape. I want to see if I can cut this into like 4 flanges and then use the flanges to screw this into place so it doesn't come off. I'll just do it. Probably too much steel to move out of the way. I bet that's too much right there. I'll probably have to cut that into 8s at least. Yeah, that should work. Cut it and go from there, see what we got. Now one thing about these, I'll have to remember to change the water out, dump out that extra filings from the sand and the wood. With the water, you can do a plastic bucket. You can do it like this, but I was fortunate enough to get one of these. I wasn't fortunate. I actually got it from a buddy of mine. Let's get a small hammer. Pin those back. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Now let's see how the hose fits. Ooh, really close. If I hammer this back a little bit more, I may have to cut him just a touch more. Oh, that's fitting nice. That's fitting nice. Sweet. You see that? What I want to do is I'm going to stretch that. In there. Get a little apart. Too much corn. Hold the end off. Now what I want this to do is be below the water line. By doing that, it'll bubble underneath the bottom side of that, and that forces the dust to be drawn in and be caught in the water. Now in the water, when you pour that in, you add soap to it, a little dish soap, and that helps catch any of the dust particulate. This is not a 100% dust-free unit, but the amount of dust that I'm creating here lately, I need a little bit of a little bit of help. Try to contain some of that dust in the shop because it's getting everywhere. And if any of you have ever worked with carbon fiber, you know exactly how much dust I'm talking about. It's crazy. Now, what I'm going to do is I got it close. I think that's right where I want it to be. I think that's just what I need it to be. So I'll take a screw and attach it. Or at least kind of pin it in place. I'm not going crazy with it. All I'm trying to do is just kind of capture it in place. I'll probably need to get some tape. Probably run duct tape around that. Just kind of keep from slicing myself open when I'm farting around with it. So, next, here's the lid. Here's the locking ring for the lid. Fit once that ring locks in there. What I need to do now is take a fan. What I want to do, the nice thing about this lid, you can move it wherever you want and rotate it. So you can have the air blow out this way or whichever way you want to direct it. So, kind of want the weight of the fan sitting close to the ring. So I think I'm going to put it there. And all I've got to do next is cut the lid for this. Right at 5 1/4. So that's 2 5/8. Halfway. 2 5/8. And I want to add how much? 3/4. I want to say 3/4. I want to say 3/4 off that rim. So let's go an inch. Nice little score mark. Do the same thing with this one, but we're cutting the whole thing out. Pretty easy project. This shouldn't be that hard. It was just the fact that I was out. I was either going to do a single bucket or a double bucket. Now what I mean by a double bucket is you have the air sucked through one, and then a hose connected to the top of this bucket, connected to the bottom of a secondary bucket with a fan on it. So I'd have to go through this bucket and then cycle through. So you get more filter to filter out the air when you're, and create less, even less dust in the shop. My math is good. Ooh, look at that. Perfect. So what I'll do, now see, this originally had rivets, I'd imagine, in it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to screw it back in place with the off center to the rivets. That way, I know I've got plenty of clearance on them. How I want that to look. Something like that. Don't look too bad. See if I can do this without slicing myself open today. Probably get too particular with it. Oop, oop. That's not my magnetic tip. But this is my magnetic one. Oh yeah. Probably only need about 4 screws in it to hold it in place. This is coming together faster than I thought this was. I wasn't sure what kind of mess I was getting myself into today. I think what I'm going to do with this end of the fan, I might get it's called a filter sock. Let's see what kind of dust it's still pushing through here after I'm done. Still spins, so I didn't get it too bad. This bucket is going to be tight. May have to bend that out a touch. That lid. Ooh, it's starting to slip down. Yeah, I'm going to have to bend that lid out. May not be the correct lid. It'll work. Good grief. Probably should have checked that before I got into it, but we'll make it work one way or another. Perfect. I'll do. Bring the flange out to touch. If those don't work, I go back to my buddy's house and steal the other one. I'll leave him this one. It's got a hole in it, so I don't want it now. Hope this entertains you as much as it entertains me doing it. A little project I've been wanting. There's probably a couple other I need to do. But, oh yeah, that's one. Right here. A little more on it. Now that locking ring will probably give me problems now. Locking it doesn't have to be super perfect. Worst case scenario, I'll add tape to lock it in. Yeah, it's gonna be soft. It's gonna be a soft clasp. I'm not sure it's gonna clasp at all. I could use. I have some HVAC. I have some HVAC double face tape. So that's going to be as tight as that locks. What I'll do is I'll wire these two together. I'm going to get my water in it. Grab some wire. I get the wire somewhere. There we go. Water. Like I said, I added soap. Too much water.